A lot of people just ran with it, including me. I ran with it also. It was uploaded 23 hours ago. You guys, this is by Vinny B of the Las Vegas Review Journal. He said running back Josh Jacobs is expected to report to the Raiders before their season opener in 3 weeks. Multiple league sources have indicated. But with only a few practices remaining before the club takes the field against the Broncos on September 10th, time is running out for Jacobs to be fully prepared for the rigors of an NFL game. Now, people took that first part, running back Josh Jacobs is expected to report to the Raiders before the season opener. People took that and they ran with it. And I will admit, we took it and we ran with it also, you guys. And again, this is our apologies. We do not want to send any false news out there or any false narrative out there. Um, but yes, Josh Jacobs is expected to report to camp. He then retweeted. He then retweeted that he does not remember saying any of this. But then he then deleted the tweet. Shout out to our guy Graphic Raider for actually keeping the screen. He actually has the screenshot of Jacob saying that, and then yes, he deleted it. Now there's a lot of speculation too with Josh Jacobs. Why delete the tweet? For me, that's my opinion. Why delete the tweet if you did not say this? Unless there is some truth to this, that you are going to come back to camp. And I've said that he should come back to camp because a lot of the other running backs are not living up to what they said with these holdouts, with these contracts. Saquon Barkley signed a tag. Tony Pollard signed the tag. Not they didn't reach a long-term deal either of those running backs, but they signed the tag. Josh Jacobs is the only one holding out. And yes, there is Jonathan Taylor news that is coming out now out of Indianapolis Colts camp that they are willing to let Jonathan Taylor go and seek a trade with the team that he would want to go to. Now, a lot of Raider fans jumped on this and they want to swap running back for running back. But let me tell you guys this. If the Raiders and Ziegler especially is not going to want to pay a top running back already, they're not going to want to pay another top running back on top of give away draft picks for said running back. I know a lot of people want to swap running backs, but I don't think that is what's going to happen. They are going to want to get draft picks. Same with what the Raiders want. They want first round draft picks. If you want to trade for Josh Jacobs, we will be on the phones, but we want first round draft picks for Josh Jacobs. Now, from Josh Jacobs' point of view, you go ahead and you delete the tweet. Like I said, this then has some truth to it. It maybe has some truth to it, and maybe doesn't. But why delete the tweet and not stand by your word? That means you're seeing in my opinion, you're seeing what the Raiders are doing. They're 2-0 in the preseason. The running game is maybe not where it needs to be without you, but they're still moving the football. The offense is still moving the football. They scored 34 points in back-to-back games. The defense is doing what they're doing, which shout out to Sean Johnson. He just hit me with a graphic about our defense. We're going to tune into with a little bit later. But yes, you guys, I think Josh Jacobs is going to be back. I think he's going to be back sooner than later, possibly next Monday. If he does come back next Monday, he is going to be given about 2 weeks, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks until the week 1 game in Denver. But you guys, let's not expect Josh Jacobs to go out there and be immediately the starter. Our boy, our guy Graphic Raider hit it right on the button. There's a difference between being ready and football ready. And salute to my primo pulling up. We got Raider Nate in the building pulling up. You're muted, brother. You're muted. You're muted,
Hey, what's
brother.
up?
What's going on, Nate? What's going on with you, man? We're talking about this Josh Jacobs. Salute to my primo Nate. Raiders Primos is in full force. Guys, send the link around. Raiders Primos is in full force tonight. Send the link around. Let's get as many Raider fans up in here in the chat. We are 29 subscribers away from 400. Let this be the biggest live show in Raiders Primos history. Salute to everyone pulling up. Salute to Van City. Salute to Sean Johnson. But Nate, let's start with you, man. Josh Jacobs. I posted it on our IG channel that Josh Jacobs was expected to he's expected to come back before the week 1 game against the Broncos. I want to get your thoughts on this. Of course, Jacob said he never said this. He never said he was going to come back. But then he deleted the tweet. So, in your
Yeah.
opinion, Nate, is there do you think there's some truth to this story that he is going to be back in the Raiders camp prior to week 1?
Um. Well, anything that he's put out is pretty much negative to that. But I mean, he only has one option, and that is to come back, and that is if he wants the most money he wants. The most money he could get, which is what he was wanting from the beginning. He wanted the most pay, the longest, the longest contract, and the biggest, like the most money he could get right now is from our Raiders. And then you know, I feel like him tweeting that, and then I don't even know. Is Twitter called Twitter? I don't even.
It's
It's just
X
called
now.
like like what do you like? It's not tweeting no more. So like. But
You're
anyways,
Xing it? Are you Xing it?
I guess. But and then him deleting it, it's like I don't know. It's really confusing. It's kind of wishy washy for my brain meats, and my brain meats can't take it.
Well, I'll say this. With Josh Jacobs, the drama, me and you have been tired of talking about it. But of course, we love JJ. We want him back in the building. But the problem is that enough with like Sean John says here. Josh Jacobs is trolling. He will be suited up week 1. Enough with the trolling. Just get in the building. Like just get in the building. Get with your guys. Get football ready. Because my worst thing that I would want is Jacobs comes back, think he's football ready, go out there week 1 and he gets injured. I'm not wishing that on him. I'm not trying to speak that into the universe. I'm just saying, like Nate, you know this firsthand. There's a difference between being ready,
Yeah.
like good shape, and then being football ready, being able to take hits from somebody. Like this better than probably better than anybody. Um, will Josh? Do you
Yeah.
think? I had this conversation with another Raider fan. If Josh Jacobs does come back next week, is it
Mhm.
smart move from Josh McDaniels to give more touches to Zamir and maybe have Josh Jacobs on a pitch count week 1 against the Broncos?
Um, Respectfully, I want to absolutely demolish the Broncos. I would like, I would like to see, um, what do you call it? Duo like back situation. Um, for
That one
week
two
one.
punch.
Yeah, I want to see like a split apart, just to not too much for Zeus's like confidence and his hopes to just like drain all down just because Josh is back, but also enough for Josh to be like, all right, yeah, I came back here for a reason. What I'm saying, I'm back on the team. I'm back in the starting running back position. I like to see the 1-2 punch, the half and half running back duo kind of coaching for week 1, because I do also want to beat the heck out of the Broncos. So I do
No,
want Josh
and I,
Jacobs
and
to
I get that.
run.
Let me ask you this then. Let's say it's not a close game. Raiders. Let's say the Raiders are winning, or even maybe, God forbid, that the Broncos are whooping our ass.
Nah.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But let's say the Raiders full in control of this game. Do you give Josh Jacobs 25, 30 touches in that game? He hasn't been in
Mm.
OTAs. He hasn't been in camp. Yes, we know Josh Jacobs has been working out outside of the Raiders camp, but football, right? Like being able to take hits from guys, the bruises that he's going to be taking, the big hits that he's going to be taking from defensive ends, linebackers, defensive tackles, even some hard hitting safeties out there. Do you
Yeah.
think with Josh Jacobs not really being in the building, getting football ready, is basically not really rushing him back, but rushing him back in a sense of, oh, we're going to give him 25 touches a game or 30 touches a game. Is that where you're kind of drawing the line like, hey, Jacobs, I'm not going to give you 25 touches a game. Like, you're going to get
Yeah,
maybe 15 touches or 20 touches at the most. You're
yeah,
going to be splitting with Zamir White. You're going to be splitting with Amir Abdullah, with some of these other backs. Is that a smart move by Josh McDaniels? And I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if McDaniels does that. But I know a lot of Raider fans are going to be calling for McDaniels' head, and it's like, guys, Jacobs has not been in the building since what, like all off season? Like he hasn't been in the OTAs, in minicamp. He hasn't even been in training camp. And now all of a sudden he comes back and you get the number one, like your RB1. Like, yes, you're RB1, but just because you're running back one does not mean you're going to be getting touches like a running back one. Like, you have not been in the building. Zamir has been putting in that work. Amir has been putting in that work. I would even say Brandon Bolt has been putting in that work. You've been putting in that work outside of camp, but you have not been here. And Josh McDaniels even said in the presser, he would like guys to be here and work with their teammates, work with the team. He's speaking on Josh Jacobs. He would love Jacobs to be here, but he's not here. So,
yeah.
I mean, where are you with, like, I mean, how are you treating Josh Jacobs when he does come back? Because at this point, it's not if he comes back, it's when he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. If he takes the touches down a notch a little for him. But it's the fair thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You haven't been here, so we're gonna treat you like you're a little newer. You know what I'm saying? Um, obviously he's not new, but the people that have been putting the work, they're gonna get that. They're gonna get what they deserve. You know, they're gonna get the time. They're gonna get the downs, what they put their work into, and for what they've shown is what they've shown before the season started. They get the same amount of opportunities, um, because it's just what it is. You put the work in, you give, and then you receive. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
And
that's
I agree,
basically it.
Van City. The thing with Josh, he is a bell cow. It won't take him long to show McDaniels and Ziegler that he's on a different tier. And Van City, I agree with you. I do agree with you. But the thing is, Josh Jacobs took over 400 touches. Well, not over, he took 393 touches exactly total out of all last season. He played with a broken, I believe it was a broken pinky, or it was a broken it was something with his hand. But Jacobs has beat up his body for the Raiders. That's why I respect Jacobs, and I applaud Jacobs, and I love that man, because that is a dog at the running back position. He's proved it, but you think Ziegler did not take this into account? Jacobs has beat up his body for this team. Of course, he wants to pay this man. He appreciates everything that he's done for the Raiders. But, and this is why Ziegler went out to get other running backs to try to give that weight off of Jacobs. But Jacobs wants to be that bell cow. The problem is your longevity in this league is not going to be long if you keep beating up your body. You keep getting yourself, you're taking hits that you shouldn't be taking. Like,
Yeah.
Jacobs wants security. Okay, protect your body then. I know, like I said, I know he's working out outside of the Raiders camp, but he's not getting football ready. Like we've seen in training camp what these guys are doing during joint practices, even against each other when the pass came on. They're hitting each other. They're out there getting, physical with one another. Jacobs has not got that since our last game in Kansas against Kansas City back in January. He hasn't got that. So you're talking about February, March, April, May, June, July, August. He hasn't got it for 7 months. 7 months he hasn't gotten hit by a man that wants to hit his head off. So it's like he
Yeah.
comes back against Denver, and people think, okay, he not saying he's not gonna come back and probably break tackles and be that dog, but getting hit and then his body's just like no, 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 no. Like his, God forbid, he blows out an ACL week one. Like that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, is Jacobs ready injury wise?
Yeah.
Example, you guys, Jimmy Garoppolo. The Raiders wanted to make sure he was football ready. I guarantee if Jacobs was not football ready, or not Jacobs, Jimmy Garoppolo is not football ready until week 1. I mean, we already heard it. If he wasn't football ready, Jimmy Garoppolo was not starting week 1. Like playing, like he was not gonna play. He was like the Raiders were gonna wait until he was football ready. His ankle could hold up. His ankle can take hits, and it got tangled up against the Rams game, and he got back up on his feet. That was a good sign to see. But
Yeah, man.
Jimmy Garoppolo is the prime example of like the Raiders just taking precaution with their players. And is that such a bad thing? That yes, I know Jacobs wants to do what's best for him, but Ziegler wants to do what's best for the team. He doesn't want to pay like if Jacobs signs the tag, he's already going to get 10.1 guaranteed already to him. He gets injured, 10.1's his way, no matter what. And but the thing is, Ziegler doesn't want to sign him to it. Like, well, they can't sign to a long-term deal. But when they were talking long-term deal, Ziegler, I think, was the guarantee money was where they were stopping at. Ziegler doesn't want to put the Raiders in a salary cap like hell. He does not want to do that because he knows every dollar he needs to make sure he wants to pay his young guys that perform. If Aiden O'Connell is the real deal, a deal is going to come down in the future. And same goes with Tay. You're still paying Tay. You just paying Jacoby Myers. And also, like Van City said, the running back market is what the running back market is. If Josh Jacobs is not going to understand that, then the Raiders are going to continue doing what they were doing this preseason. They're going to roll with Zamir White. They're going to roll with they're going to roll with Brandon Bolden. They're going to roll with Amir Abdullah. They're going to roll with Sincere McCormick. Like Josh Jacobs, you holding out does nothing to the Raiders. You know what it does to you, though? It hurts your pockets because then he starts getting fined for not showing up to practice. And he's, and not showing up to get, he's going to start getting fined. It's going to start hurting him, his pockets. And again, bro, you signed the tag. You got security at that point. I know you don't want to get tagged next year, but give it another year. If I was Jacob, I would go ball, like I would bet on myself again, go play, ball the fuck out, and then be like, Raiders, you guys deserve to pay me. I balled the fuck out 2 seasons in a row. I gave you guys 12 plus touchdowns again. I gave you guys another 1,200-yard season. Where's my money? But by you holding out and you not betting on yourself, Ziegler probably won't even. He's like, okay, Jacobs, you want to hold out for an entire year, which again, guys, I don't see that happening. I think he is going to be here by week 1. But my problem is if you are going to be here before week 1, why not just get your ass in the building right now?
Yeah. I was gonna say like once he does come in, which I believe the same thing you do. He's gonna be in, and with the whole issue, like if it's like safe for him to give him like that top role right when he comes in, like playing week 1 or whatever. Whatever happens, I trust McDaniels and Ziegler because by far they've shown so far that they are really cautious with their players. With Tyree Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, they are waiting till every single one of those, injuries are fully guaranteed. Like
Yeah, like they're
you
healthy.
know, yeah, healthy. With anything, like with any matter, like not even being injured, like you saw with Michael Mayer, I forgot what he was going for, but they were
I think it
saying
was an
taking
undisclosed
time.
injury. They didn't even say what he was dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, but they took their time, what I'm saying, and they were just like, you can take your time, man. Like
Yeah.
you're chilling.
And shout out to Super Omicron. Yeah, I'm tired of these fake. We're gonna dive into that too, because I'm seeing this over around the nation. It's more tied into the Aiden O'Connell versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Like I know me and Nate are excited about Aiden, but guys, we got to stop the narrative of starting Aiden O'Connell week 1. Like we're gonna get into that more later. Let me get into some more of these comments, guys. Shout out to Super Omicron again. The offense is more balanced now and doesn't run through him, but it would be better due to Garoppolo needing a bell cow. Now, I agree and disagree with you, Super. Here's the thing. You're right. The offense is more balanced now, and it doesn't need to run through Josh Jacobs. The reason it ran through Josh Jacobs last year is because we had a quarterback that had no idea what he was doing out there. And people could kill me for that. But yes, he had no idea what he was doing out there in Josh McDaniels' system. So Josh McDaniels had to go through Josh Jacobs. And that's why Jacobs had the season he had. Again, people can kill me for that. But yes, Jacobs had the season he had because he had no choice but to become the bell cow and to have the offense run through him. But you hit it right on the button. This season is different. You got a quarterback that knows what he's doing. You don't need Jacobs to go for 1,600 yards. You don't need Jacobs to rush for 12 touchdowns because you got a quarterback who's going to keep drives alive, who's going to make throw after throw, and he's going to be accurate with the football. Now, would it help Garoppolo? It would, but I will also say this. Before Christian McCaffrey got to the Niners, who was the Niners running back one? Because for me, it was like a running back by committee. They had like Elijah Mitchell out there. They had Davis Price out there. They had like six. It was like Josh McDaniels over there. They had like 4 or 5 running backs back there.
This is so.
And then they traded for. That's why they traded for Christian, because they're like, bro, we need like a number.
Bro, this is so off topic though. I had Eli Mitchell the year that Christian McCaffrey became their running back.
Oh yeah, I remember it. You got so mad,
bro. That was the most devastating, bro. He was one of the top ones too, bro. And then Christian McCaffrey, like, oh, I'm coming through, like,
yeah. Oh and super. I'm not saying you're not wrong that Jacobs won't help Garoppolo, because I believe Jacobs will help Garoppolo tremendously. But I'm saying that I believe Garoppolo can win with the running back by committee. I believe he can win with the running back by committee. Would it be any better than like Jacobs being there? No. Like if Jacobs is there, that's even better. But the NFL is a business, and the Raiders are still going to do what they're going to do. McDaniels is still going to move on. McDaniels is still going to prep for the Broncos when the Broncos come, and he's still going to prep either with Jacobs or without Jacobs. And shout out to Sean Otto hitting another good point. Another reason he's got to be committed. He's taking up a roster spot that we have to go from 90 to 53 next Tuesday on August 29th. And Nate, isn't that something that you need to know from Josh Jacobs, that you're committed? Because he is taking one of those roster spots. If he's not committed, you could give that to like a Sincere McCormick or even a Brenton Brown when he's coming out off of injury. You could give that to one of these other backs. But I believe Jacobs will be committed. But if he's not, if he's still playing this little Twitter game with the Raiders, then it's time to,
if he's not, then I believe that they already know what running back is just there just in case.
Hey, bull take right there, you guys. I like what Nate said. And that's true, Nate. Who's to say that Josh McDaniels isn't prepared for this? Like, because I need to bring that up. Hey, Sean, if you could find that quote for me and send it to me, please, because I want to find that quote. Josh McDaniels said that he loves to have guys that are there at practice. He's basically saying he would love to have Josh there at practice, but it is what it is. He's not here at practice. So he's going to be looking at the backs who are here at practice, who's working their asses off. And I like what you said, because I believe that's what Josh McDaniels is doing. He is preparing for a Josh Jacobs Raiders or a no Josh Jacobs Raiders. Either way, Josh McDaniels is like, I got work to do. I got a team that I'm trying to take to the playoffs. I got players that I need to worry about them. I need to worry about players that are here rather than not worry about players that are not here. Ziegler's going to take care of players that are not here. Ziegler's going to handle the contract. But me, I got to worry about players that are here and are working their asses off to be on this team.
Yes, sir. That's facts. I mean, it's a 1-2 punch. Like, that's a W.
And Super hits it here. Josh got the work ethic, just not the leverage. And Super, here's where he lost it completely. He lost the leverage. Is when Saquon Barkley signed that tag, or signed a year. Tony Pollard signed the tag. He's going to play for a year. All these backs started showing up at camp. Jonathan Taylor is the only one that's giving the Colts a hard time. But even Jonathan Taylor was having a hold in. He wasn't even holding out. He was having a hold in. He was at Colts camp, but he was like, I'm not practicing. Like, Josh isn't even in the building. And at this point, it's just getting ridiculous. Like, bro, you either want to be there or you don't. If this report has some truth to it that you are going to show up to camp prior to week 1, my question is, why not just do it right now? Like, why not just do it right now?
Yeah, he's a procrastinator just like me.
Oh man, hey, procrastinating is gonna get you in some bad situations.
Oh
Man, you're gonna be
God.
watching Sunday Night Football and you're like, bro, I got a project, dude, 8 o'clock in the morning. But
Been through, bro. Been. Oh God.
nation, are you guys? I wonder if the nation is ready. Let's start. Let's have this debate. Y'all ready to debate? I think it's been a long time since Raiders Primos had a debate topic.
Yes,
The
sir.
debate between Raider Nation.
Who
Do you
is the
start
father?
Aiden O'Connell week one? Or do you start Jimmy Garoppolo week one? Raider
Who is
Nate,
the father?
Raider Nate, I'm gonna give this to you because I'm gonna go on a rant because some of the nation, bro, I just don't know what's going on with Raider Nation, man. So Nate, take
Okay,
it.
so
Aiden O'Connell or Jimmy Garoppolo, who you start in week one and why?
whose baby does this belong to? Let's see. Week. Wait, what? Oh, wait. You
Week
said
one.
something about
Who you
week one.
start?
Okay,
Who you
so
starting week one? Aiden O'Connell or Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback week one? Who you
all right,
starting?
I'm gonna go with Jimmy G because not only does he brings the best out of the cheerleaders, he raises the whole crowd for week one. Week one, he'll bring all the Raiders fans with him. But not only that, because we need to be more patient because I know we're not. Um, you know, people keep on like because of how good Aiden O'Connell is looking potentially. People are forgetting what we have Jimmy G for, and for a we have him to be a cushion, a support system, a a reason to be a backup and to learn behind him, like Aiden O'Connell is supposed to be learning behind him. Um, he's pretty much there for just what do- what's it called the growing for him. I forgot. There's a more
Oh,
intermediate word for
grooming,
that.
like he's grooming,
N-
like McDaniels is grooming
Um, no, it's
O'Connell.
another word. But the development.
Oh, there we go.
The development for Aiden, man, and I mean that I could see that going. I could see that development going high, but it only comes with patience and time. Time will get him ready, and will give him like it. We won't. He won't like the Jimmy G stat right now. Like he can't let Aiden go out and just like do the things that we expect them to do just because we're Raiders fans, and like that can actually like force him to do things that we don't want him to do. And it's like I'm going on a rampage. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
No, you're good, bro. You're good, bro. Talk that talk. Um,
But yeah, it's
super.
basically just don't rush it, and it's Jimmy G starting.
Bro, it's funny because every time Graffin or Wasted like say it, bro, it's funny because it's like everyone in the NFL uses it. Like, pause.
Yeah,
Um,
pause.
Shout out, shout out to Super Jimmy G threw up that duck the tight end had to wait for. I think so he definitely has to shake off the rush. And I think you're talking about the one that Jacoby Myers had to wait for. And actually, Super, I think it was a really good play by Jimmy G. Now, would you like to see more throws like that? No, but I feel like he threw it in a place where only Jacoby basically he had to sit and get it because and I think it was anticipation that Jimmy G had. He anticipated Jacoby was going to look back out of his break and he was going to wait on the ball. Now, again, would you want to see that more? No, I don't. I don't want to see that. It was a nice play, but protection that has to be better. And Jimmy, like I felt like in the long run, that can either help us out or it can kill us because um, there was two guys ready to intercept that ball if it was not to Jacoby. I'll let you know if he was slightly off with that ball's getting picked off. Like if you go look
I
at the
was so mad that I missed the
it
first
was
drive.
so close to getting picked off. Like I said, if he was off probably back like a hair, the safety had a beat on it. The corner and the flat had a kind of a beat on it, but it just fell right into the laps of Jacoby Myers. Amazing, like I said, amazing play. I just would like to see that maybe one time in a great while and not make it a regular thing. But Tame Moody got sent, or he got faked on a spin move, and the defender came right in the lap of Jimmy Garoppolo. Again, I think he just anticipated where Jacoby was going to be, and him looking back at the ball. A good throw, sort of. Like I said, like you said, it was a duck, and it really was a duck. And I was like, I don't know how Jimmy Garoppolo got it to him, but the thing is, he got it to him, and not I can't. I gotta applaud that
The
he
muscles.
got the ball to Jacoby Myers, and that's all I want a quarterback to do in this system: get the ball to our skilled playmakers. Yeah, I get it. Jacoby couldn't really do anything with the ball, but it was an 18-yard pass. Like, I'm not gonna hate on an 18-yard pass. If Carr did it and he did it the same way Jacoby, I'm not gonna hate on Carr for throwing a duck. Carr got it to him. But enough about our former quarterback. But this is the stats from Aiden O'Connell. Shout out to Vinny B. He tweeted out during during Saturday's game. Um, he said, I think everyone is now saying why the Raiders have been so excited about Aiden O'Connell. Up to 10 of 15 for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. The quarterback rating is up to 137.5. Overall, Jimmy, shout out to Raiders_Raiders.nation on Instagram. Aiden O'Connell with 2 games so far. 26 out of 36, 304 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 5 leading touchdown drives. The Raiders may have found their quarterback of the future in Aiden O'Connell. Now, again, this is why people believe Aiden O'Connell should be quarterback 1. But guys, no. And also, Sean Johnson says the quarterback school breakdown was beyond impressive, and he's been a quarterback since the 3rd grade. I sent that video to you, but back up to Jimmy is the best long-term successful plan. Yes, guys, if you guys haven't already, go check out the quarterback school on YouTube. He breaks down Aiden O'Connell's game against the Niners and against the Rams. I watched both, and Aiden O'Connell consistency. Like, that's what I seen from Aiden O'Connell watching the film breakdown. Consistency, same footwork, but it seemed he got smarter against the Rams. There was this play. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up on YouTube. They might fly.
That's bro. If he
Actually, no.
has that if he thrives in that consistency, bro, that's what makes a good quarterback, bro.
Yeah, give me a
That's
sec. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna actually pull it up. I wish I could bring I wish I wish I could bring up the all 22 play, but I don't
I
have
was
it.
so
Yeah,
mad that
I'm only gonna have it for the regular season. By the way, guys, yes, the all 22 film, we are gonna have that available for the regular season. So Raiders Primos is gonna have some film breakdowns. I hope you guys are ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm starting to learn more about football language. I'm doing my research, and
language.
I'm gonna be spreading that. Nate's gonna be spreading that knowledge to me, likely, and we're gonna be breaking down some film for you guys when the regular season comes. For whatever reason, they don't allow me to have it during the regular season or the preseason, but we will have it during the regular season. Um,
I agree.
so I'm gonna bring up a play here. Let me see. I'm trying to find it, and it is Aiden O'Connell hitting Trey Tucker on a deep route. So shout out to the Rams for having a terrible broadcasting crew. I'll say that right now. Shout out
Mhm.
to the Rams for having a terrible broadcast. No one cares
Oh
about.
my gosh, bro. That was the worst broadcast I've ever seen,
Yeah, no one
bro.
cares about it. Hold on, let me see if I can full screen
I
this.
was
I
literally
want to see how it looks
trying
on your
not
guys'
to
end.
punch my
Okay, so
TV.
real quick, man, I wish this thing got out of the way because I wish
Bro,
this thing got out of the way.
I
So yes,
tried so hard not
I'm
to
gonna have
punch
to
it.
break down it like this, you guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I wish I had the all 22, but we're gonna have that during the regular season. So basically, Tucker's gonna run a go right here, and you're gonna have basically the quarterback school basically broke it down too. You're gonna have 2 in routes, a medium in route and a deep in route. So you're gonna have 2 wide receivers basically together. Now, unfortunately, one of these corners are going to bump our receivers together. But Aiden is watching this safety right here. And if this safety doesn't move at all, that he already knows Tucker's winning this. And for me, that is quarterback IQ. He knows if this safety does not move, and he already knows Tucker's running this go. As soon as you're going to see, it's like he already makes up his mind. As soon as the ball is snapped, he sees this safety doesn't even move a muscle. And he's already looking at Tucker, and I feel he's already getting his feet planted. Boom. He's already ready because he already sees safety didn't even move a muscle. He's flat-footed. This ball's already out. Tucker's not even looking.
And we got homie open over there.
Here's what I love.
That's crazy.
Aiden gives no time to the defense to get ready for the pass. The safety has no chance to react. The corner has to hope he doesn't even get beat. Now, luckily for the Rams, they had another safety on the other side to stop a potential touchdown. But you guys, I'm just saying, if Aiden goes in there, God forbid Jimmy Garoppolo goes down, I think I would be confident with Aiden going in. But Aiden going in this season as the starter, like he wins the starting job. No, I'm not gonna say Aiden should be starter number one. Why? Because you don't want to break this man's confidence. What if he goes out there against the Broncos and he has a trash game because he's going against starters? I would rather Aiden learn from the sideline, see how the game is in real time in the regular season with 300-pound superstars going after Jimmy Garoppolo, but to see how Jimmy Garoppolo reacts to that rush, see how Jimmy Garoppolo reads the defense, reads an NFL defense, how the connection is with the receivers, how the command in the pocket, the command of the offense Jimmy Garoppolo shows. Have Aiden learn that. Aiden is balling out. Yes, he is. But there is so much more for Aiden to learn at the next level. Be patient with this guy. Let him learn. And you know what? That could have been a knock on Derek Carr, is that he was thrown into the fire too quick. Who knows what would happen if Derek Carr waited a season? We won't know. But it's. I think they're gonna Josh McDaniels is doing it the right way by waiting to see what he's got in Jimmy Garoppolo. And if Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't perform, then yeah, maybe you bench Jimmy G and you put Aiden O'Connell in. But again, I only see Aiden O'Connell going in there if this season's the total. Like, if we go 2-7 again, Aiden O'Connell's going in there. No waiting until week 15 or week 16. You bench Jimmy G right then and there, and you put Aiden O'Connell in there, and you see what he's got at the next level. But the thing is, I don't see that happening. Why? Because I do believe Jimmy Garoppolo is going to shock the haters out there, even the haters in the nation, because they are haters in the nation that hope to see Jimmy Garoppolo do bad just because they keep crying over the former quarterback. You know what? There is another football team. Get off the Raiders. Go root for the other team that is down in Louisiana. There's no shade to you. Go root for your guy. But I'm a Raider fan. I'm not a player fan. I root for players that are on the Raiders, and I do root for some players on other teams, but I don't be talking about them 24/7. So yeah.
Only on Sundays.
Yeah, only on Sundays. Super said, yeah, I saw Baldy's breakdown in quarterback school with JT O'Sullivan. Aiden has great habit and functional ability. Yeah, Super, you're right. And for me, it's the footwork and the pocket, command that he has. When the rush is coming at him, he knows when to step up in the pocket, and it just makes it 10 times more harder for a defensive line chasing you than doing a Brian Hoyer and standing like a statue for like 8-9 seconds and letting them come at you. Like, people need to remember, the offensive line do not have eyes in the back of their heads. So if you're just standing there in the pocket like as a quarterback, it's more easier for a defensive line to come at you than for them to chase you, because the offensive line, you got to help the offensive line to set them up with blocks. Brian Hoyer showed a perfect example of what not to do as a quarterback, and that is stand like
every single.
Yeah, he did everything wrong that you're not supposed to do.
Good job, Hoyer.
Stand like the statue
You're teaching him
for
well.
like 8, 9. He's teaching Aiden O'Connell what not to do. He's
Good
like,
job,
and this is
man.
what you don't do. You don't stand like a statue for like 8 seconds and wait for the guy to come to you and give you a big giant hug. Like you don't do that. And you also, I
Bro, he's like, just
please,
in
Lord
case you
God, let
didn't
us not
watch.
see Brian Hoyer. This man float like I was watching the game with my girl, right? And she said that when we seen the intercept because we're watching the game. On the interception, she was like, "Why did he throw it to him?" That's how perfect the throw was to the Rams player, bro. Like she was like, "Why did he's not supposed to throw to him, right?" And I'm like, "No, he's not." Like that was the most perfect pass to the wrong freaking team. Like what?
It was, no, 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 no. He's like, bro, Hoyer was probably like, Aiden, just in case everybody was mad last year, not mad at you, but they were mad because of this.
For real. And also GA Patriot, I don't think it's the same guy on Twitter. I think it's a different guy. But yes, go check out the quarterback school. Amazing, amazing content. Go support him. I love everything that he does over
Twitter
there.
X.
But yeah, man, yeah, that Rams broadcast was trash. And you know what's crazy? I actually paid for the NFL Plus, and that's all I get is the Rams broadcast. I'm so glad I recorded that
Bro,
thing. I recorded
bro,
it because they ended up showing the game out here in California, in Northern California and South California, like close to the Bay Area. They showed it Sunday, but they showed it, of course, in the Raiders broadcast. I recorded that, bro. I'm like, this Rams broadcast is
bro, I don't want
trash,
to face
bro.
the
If Derek
Rams.
Carr was a broadcast, it'd be the Rams broadcast crew.
I don't want to face the Rams ever in my game again in my life just because of that reason, bro. Like that was the worst thing to watch. I wanted to punch my TV.
Oh, okay. So shout out to Super. He said, I heard that they were trying to get the Rams perspective in a Raider dominated stadium. That's all that was. I could care less, bro. Raiders own LA. Show the Raiders.
Yeah.
Shout out to GA Patriot. AOC will be the best quarterback of his draft class if the Raiders don't rush him into the starting role too fast. And that's what I'm saying, GA. Like he's showing flashes now. Give this kid time to learn. Like you want to set this guy up for success, right? And I feel like yes, we have the weapons that he can succeed. We have Devontae. We got hopefully Jacobs does come back before week 1. But then you got Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, Michael Mayer. I know we could set this guy up for success come the 2023 season. But why, if you got Jimmy Garoppolo, who is a quarterback that can win, that can show like he knows Josh McDaniel's system, he can show Aiden O'Connell even more about the system, help him learn the system more. I mean, give this guy already had minimal offseason. He's doing this in the preseason. He's showing up. Imagine what this guy can do with a full year of learning Josh McDaniel's system, and maybe not even a year, maybe 2 years. I say 2 years is when Aiden O'Connell is going to get the starting job because I do believe Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come out. He's going to ball out, and I believe he's going to have 2 years under his belt. And then you put Aiden O'Connell in there for the 2025 season. I wouldn't be
I
uh,
mean,
I wouldn't be mad about that. And
I've
GA, I don't know if you're being sarcastic about this because he had hit and misses on that. He had hit and misses. I'll say that. But
I
go
missed the whole first drive, so I don't even know.
ahead.
I was so mad.
Shout out to Sean Johnson. Another thing, Aiden O'Connell looks very accurate in the red zone, touchdown scoring. Did you hear the quarterback school say that Christian Wilkerson touchdown, the fade? He said he never saw a play drawn up like that. And I didn't either. And the thing is, the ball was only where Wilkerson can get it. And same for Cam Sims. And it's like Aiden puts the ball only where the rate like these players can get it. Like he's not putting his players in the fire of either getting hit, taking a big hit, or he's throwing an ugly looking interception. He's either putting it where his guy can get it or no one can get it. And another thing, you guys, I want to ask the chat, everyone in the chat, did you guys see Aiden O'Connell's presser? Did you guys see Aiden O'Connell's presser? Because if you guys didn't, we'll put
Like
watch.
just the Micah.
We'll pull that up right now. Actually, hold on.
Like just where it was in the locker room.
Yeah,
Uh,
let me see if I can
no,
pull it up, bro. Amazing, amazing pressure. Let me
I
see. If
don't. I don't think or what I've watched so far. I don't think he's under uh thrown anything behind the receiver yet.
No, he did. He underthrew. He underthrew Trey. Like if that didn't hit the sideline, he underthrew Trey Tucker by like a mile, or not a mile, but like 10 yards.
Also,
He
speaking of
he, he
Trey,
underthrew Trey Tucker, but
speaking of
in his presser, he didn't realize how fast Trey Tucker actually was. That's why
bro,
he underthrew him,
that's
because he
why,
was like, "Oh, next time." That's why even you've seen it in the next one. In the next one, in the 40-yarder, he put it out there for Tucker to go get. Because he was like, I'm not underthrowing this one.
bro,
But man, let me see if I can find it. Oh wait,
bro.
bro,
Speaking
Sean
of
Johnson
Trey,
literally
bro,
gave it to me
that
today.
boy. That's the first time I've seen him run like that boy's quick. Like as long as like all he needs is just learn how to catch and homie can
I
fly.
think someone took it down. But essentially, you guys, this is basically what his presser was. Aiden O'Connell, when asked about, hey, you had a good game. What are what are some things that you can take away from this game? Aiden O'Connell responded, hey, it's good to get a win. It's great. It's good to get a win, but I'm not really thinking about the plays that were good out there. I'm more thinking about the plays that I left out on there. And the reason why I bring up that Trey Tucker underthrow is because that was really what was on his mind. He's like, man, I miss Trey Tucker on a touchdown, and that is one that I would love to have back. I left that out there, but he's like, that is something that I want to correct. I want to correct the plays that I left out there, and I want to get better. I want to get better. Like that's the mindset he has. He can get better. Uh, he can get better
Yeah,
each and every day, every practice. But again,
Tom Brady.
I'm saying this. Jimmy Garoppolo starting week 1.
Yeah,
um, Shout out to everybody in the chat pulling up. But yeah, also to comment on Michael Mayer, it wasn't if he has some good blocks and some bad blocks. But again, he can only get better. I think that is going to come with more reps, more time, and he's gonna get better. And yeah, Miguel, I'm not trying. I know that's not my intention. I appreciate you saying that, some encouraging, but people are entitled to their opinions. I'll say that, Miguel. People are entitled to their opinions. I'm glad you know my heart. I'm glad you know Nate's heart. It is never our intention to split the nation. It is to come up here, give you guys our ideas, and however people's opinions are, that's their opinions. Most people's opinions is to start Aiden O'Connell week 1. That is not my opinion. I am against that opinion, and my opinion is keep him and let him develop for 2+ years. Van Cita said, anyone have any idea why the F. Cooper Cup was on my TV for a good 17 minutes on Saturday night? Were they trying to be like, look at this great wide receiver? Oh, bro, Van City, you choosing
homie
violence
was
right now.
talking about his dumb beard for like a good 10
Bro,
plus
I
minutes.
heard that, and I'm like, why the hell are we talking about this man's beard? Like, bro,
Like, oh,
are y'all that like they're like, bro, hey, they're over here like, hey, yo,
bro,
we getting our ass whooped. Hey, talk to Cooper Cup about his beard, bro. Try to get the
bro,
fans off of the game, bro. We getting our ass whooped right now.
bro. If they're gonna spend 10 minutes on Coop or Cup being like so ugly, then that equals to like Jimmy G being talked about for like 3 hours for an interview.
Bro, for real. Oh man. Shout out to Vince. Also, Aiden O'Connell, the greatest quarterback in the history of our franchise to wear the number 4. And he's only played 2. Bro, Van City, bro. Van City, man. I know you usually keep your opinions to yourself, man, but you trying to start
Hey,
violence over here at Raiders Primo.
now that's a hot take. No, I was playing.
Miguel saying that was a precision pass, and it was, man. Like, and there was another pass, and it was a comeback route to Trey Tucker. Amazing pass by O'Connell, but probably even more amazing catch by Tucker. Like Aiden put it where, like I said, only his guy can go get it.
You're talking
He
about
gave
the one
Tucker
down the
a chance
middle?
to make a play. Tucker made that play, and I
Hey, the
salute
one
that.
that he dove for on the edge too. That was pretty
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That was a really good pass and even better catch. GA, we need to get Tucker some stickum. Hey, I know it's in Raider history, and also you guys, let's cut some slack on Trey Tucker. I mean, I beat him up too for those drops last week. You guys can go see the live. I beat that guy up for the drops, but
yeah.
cost some good pause. This is a pause. This is very pause. So you guys can spam the chat of pause. Tucker caught some good balls out there. He caught some. He caught some nice passes. I'm gonna say passes. I could have saved myself, but yes, Tucker caught some good passes out there from O'Connell. Yes, he had that drop in the end zone. Got to come down with that. But let's see what the regular season brings. I'm excited to see what Tucker has in the wide receiver, but also Nate, a bull take for me.
Oh.
The Raiders will take a punt return and a kick return for a touchdown in the 2023 season.
Oh yeah.
DeAndre
Bro,
Carter, Trey Tucker, whoever's returning kicks back there,
bro,
one of their boys is taking one to the house.
both of them, bro. Both of them are, bro. Homie almost did it with his eyes closed.
He got shots of Graphic Raider. Graf said he got pushed. Carter got pushed by a Rams player that if he didn't get pushed, Carter would have took it to the house.
Yeah, man. Like
And
I
I'm
could.
excited for that because special teams, you got to win in all three phases of the game. I think we all know that. And special teams is something that we sort of lacked last year in the return game. We had Hunter Renfro back there. I believe we had Keelan Cole sometimes back there. But to have Trey Tucker and DeAndre Carter now returning kicks, that speed back there, my goodness. Do not let 8 and 9 get in open space in the punt game.
I mean, homie actually broke heck of tackles too on that little punt return.
Now I want to go that far, Van City. I want to go that far. It's good to be hype.
11.
I want to be that. I want to go that
Hey,
far, man.
I'm for it. Let's go. Screw it. Onto a legacy. We go. Screw it.
Sean
We're on a
Johnson. I don't
legacy
know
now.
if people know Aiden O'Connell broke Drew Brees' completion percentage record in quarterback college Purdue history at 68%. I did it, and you know what? What's crazy? He's doing it now. Like,
Just
I'm not
1%
saying
off.
breaking records, but look at his completion percentage. He's 26
Just
out of 36. 26 out of 36, you guys. He has a 72.3 completion percentage in 2 games. Aiden O'Connell has. I know they're not full games. Hey, Vince, I love you, bro. I love you. Salute to you, man. All love, bro. All love, bro. Hey, like I said, you're entitled to your opinion, man. You want to say we got baby Tommy, we got baby Gronk, baby Tyreek?
hey, it's already solidified.
It's all you, bro. Speak it into existence, Van City. I'm
AFC.
sorry. You
Damn.
know what? I'm sorry I took that from you. Speak that shit into existence. You know what?
Bro, they're
Put
all
that shit
going.
on there.
Yes, sir. They're all going to grow amongst each other, and we are going to hit the AFC Championship game in like a year and a half. You feel me?
I'm with it. But yes, 72.3 completion percentage for Aiden O'Connell in 2 games, 2 preseason
I said
games.
a year
Yes,
and a
I
half.
know they're not
Can't be-
full games, but he basically played, I believe, in the first game he played 2 halves, didn't he? He
What are you
played
talking
2
about?
halves, and so basically in a game in one game he has 72.3 completion percentage in a full game. In a full
Swear.
game, he basically Aiden O'Connell. You guys, if you guys really want to dive deep into it, I know different teams, but again, Aiden O'Connell, you guys, in 3 games, he's 26
2
for
games.
36.
2.
Sorry,
Wait.
give me a sec. He's 26 for 36. He has 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. And he has 5 leading touchdown drives, and he has a 72% completion percentage. He's not playing like a rookie, guys. He's not playing like a rookie.
He's
But
playing like the rookie.
yeah, hey, he's playing like the rookie. I like that.
They're
I
gonna
like that.
he's playing like the rookie that we're gonna remember 20 years later. We're gonna talk about his rookie year and how much he's grown.
And also, you guys, back to the news on JJ. I found this was shout out to Paul Gutierrez. He tweeted this out. He said McDaniels added that he believes it's important for any player to practice before the regular season begins. Jacobs has yet to sign his $10.091 million franchise tag. Stay tuned. And yeah, like I said, guys, to not beat the dead horse up again, it seems McDaniels wants Jacobs there, and he's trying to let Jacobs know regular season's coming, bro. Like regular season's coming. Like
Yeah.
you got to get in the building. Like we want
Yeah.
you here. We know you want to be here. We want you to get into NFL like ready shape. You got to get here because if you don't, if you do come like the week before, like Zamir White's gonna get more of the touches. Like I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, man. Like he better let him know like you better come back before like I don't know a week before. So like this week because I don't want to draft him like still cautiously in my fantasy draft. Like I want to know that I got you to play some ball. You feel me?
Yeah. Speaking of balls, bro, Tucker got good balls from O'Connell.
Okay.
Shout out to GA, man. Shout out to Sean. He said, really impressive. 36 passes and no interceptions. So he's never thrown an NFL interception. Nope.
So he's the
Shout
goat.
out to GA, 72 completion percentage, and some of those were dropped by mid receivers who won't make the roster. Wilkerson.
Oh.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
He
And
was
yeah,
basically
GA, you are right. His percentage would be higher. Vancy says, has anyone ever stopped to think that Tommy Touchdowns will more than likely spend quite a bit of time with AOC next offseason? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. You got Brady being the minority owner of the Raiders. Of course, yeah, Tom Brady's gonna spend some time with Aiden.
oh, that's his son.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Nate?
That's bro, that's
Tom
his
Brady.
son and homie's gonna help him get like 10 Super Bowls with like 20 plus Pro Bowl appearances. Like
This
the
bro,
son is always
y'all,
better than the dad. So
Nate think this is Madden, bro.
like for real, like he's gonna be part of the
Turn the
99
console off, Nate. Turn the console off.
99 overall club by like 2026.
Oh my gosh, this man needs to turn the console off. Shout out to the numbers for pulling up. We have another quarterback in the worst case scenario who knows the system, TB12. Also, Nate, bro, like, is you getting sucked by a black hole? Like, what's going on, bro?
No, I'm going from tab to tab.
Oh, I was like, bro, like the black hole is real.
Nah, I have YouTube open, you open, Discord open, all that stuff.
All right, but hey, we're getting over an hour, you guys. I gotta go hit the gym real quick. We're gonna dive deep in some more. So to recap, Raiders beat the Rams 34-17. Here's some blocking stats versus the Rams. Dalton Wagner. I wish it showed me how many snaps he played, but Wagner only had 2 pressures allowed. Jesper Horsted had 1 pressure. Andre James had 1 pressure. Justin Heron had 1 pressure, 1 hurry. Andre James did give up a hit, and Attain Moody lost on a spin move. Like he got killed at the line on it, and it gave up a hit. There, Mumford, Jermaine Illuminor, Grasu, Jordan Meredith, Alex Bars all posted 0 pressures or sacks, allowed in over 25 plus pass blocking attempts. Raiders undrafted rookie Drake Thomas had a 90.4 run defense grade and was first among every rookie in the NFL and is third among every player from the preseason. His 3 special team tackles are tied for first among all rookies and sits third among every player in the preseason. Other ranks among every position player. He ranks third in tackles with 18. Tackles for loss, he has 5. He is 7th, which is third in linebackers. and he has 5 stops, which is fourth among the linebackers, first among rookies. And 34 pass rush snaps this preseason. Raiders' third-year edge Malcolm Kuntz has posted 6 pressures, which was tied for 14th, 2 quarterback hits tied for second, 4 hurries tied for 15th, and a 20.6% pass rush win rate. Nate, this is a guy in Malcolm Kuntz that we talked about. He's starting to create a little bit of hype around him. We thought
because
seeing
he's
his
getting
pressure,
playtime.
yeah, we thought seeing his pressure, he was going to be cut. What are you seeing out of Malcolm Kuntz?
I'm seeing depth. Yeah,
That's it.
because like the front four we have is there. You know, there's no erasing that. And Kuntz has, he's put some time, or this preseason. I mean, the D line didn't look good as much as week preseason one, but
Yeah, they didn't. You're right. You're right.
he, I guess that was like average for the
Yeah, that
second
was.
preseason week.
I'm sorry, but that's below average. I didn't even average. Like, yeah, Kuntz has some pressures in there, but our first sack didn't come until the fourth quarter. Um, and we got after it. The thing is, that was something I wanted to point out against the Niners. Like, we had 4 sacks in the first half. We had 0 in the second half.
Yeah,
Like, the pressure needs to keep going. Like, don't let up. Like, yeah, I get it. It's death pieces, it's third stringers, but I don't care. Like, go out there and ball the fuck out. Like, that's why when people say, "Oh, Aiden is playing with against backups," he's playing. I'm like, guys, Aiden is playing with backups also. That goes for this defense too. The defense, yeah, they're going against backups, but they're all backups
yeah.
themselves. So
He doesn't have
go play out with some
Devontae that
urgency.
catches everything.
Yeah, go play out with some urgency. Now, to kind of hype up this defense, you guys, shout out to Sean Johnson again. He gave me this graph. Um, the Raiders have the 4th best. Shout out to Pro Football Focus and also the Raider Room on Instagram for posting this. The Raiders have the 4th best defense through 2 weeks of the preseason. Now, again, this is preseason. They're going against a lot of depth guys, second stringers, third stringers, guys that might not even make a team. But Nate, hearing that the Raiders have the 4th best defense in preseason, and again, they're backups.
Yeah.
Does this kind of give you a little? Are you drinking that Kool-Aid that this defense might be better than what people are making it out to be?
Um. Well, apart from whatever that stat or report was, I feel like everything and anything about the Raiders has been underrated as far as preseason. But with defense, yeah, it's cool. Um, but that's only through 2 weeks though. Like 2 weeks is
And
a
we
very
also got to
short.
see the starters. You're right. When we got to see
Yeah,
too.
I want
Yeah,
to
I hear you.
see. I want to see what else we have other than the depth, and I want to see how, you know, I want to see also the hype that we got from the
The joint
joint
practices.
practices. I also want to see them prove that they were doing that. I want to see them do the same thing. You know, so
Yeah, and Van City says it better. Primos, it isn't hard to be ranked over 28th ranked defense last year. Just saying. And you're right, Van City, but we do. And I said they're going to be ranked 20th, but I don't think anyone expected our defense to possibly be top 15, maybe even top 10, maybe top 12. So if they do finish in that top 15 range, I think that's where it's going to be shocking for a lot of people. But for me, I was more going ranked
I would love it.
22. If and maybe ranked 20, but if they get in that top 15 range, I would say playoffs. And shout out to GA Patriot too. So our backups are the 4th best backups in the NFL. That's what building depth is all about, and that's true. And the thing is, we haven't seen this in past Raiders teams where we're seeing our death pieces go out there and just destroy guys, destroy teams. 34-7 against the 49ers, and then 34-17 against the Rams. Like, they're not just beating these guys, they're blowing these guys out. And these are I'm not saying, hey, look at the score. The score matters. I'm just saying
Nah, the
Look
score
at the
matters on
game.
that San Francisco
Look
one.
at the game. Like these backups are going out there and punching the opponents in the mouth. Did our defense play the way we wanted them to play? No, but they held the Rams to 17 points, and they
Don't
did take advantage. Isaiah Palomalu had a pick six in that game. That Amik Robertson should have had a pick six. Chris Smith should have had an interception. Like, hopefully, we can start catching some of these interceptions and turning these turnovers into points. Like,
yeah.
it seems we know this offense can score if you give them the opportunity to start on short fields. They're going to go down and score. And it's not a field goal. They're going to score a touchdown. So hopefully we see more interceptions caught during the season. But to answer everyone's question about what are we going to see of this defense, we're not going to know until week one, 1:25 p.m. Pacific time against the
And it's
Broncos, and maybe even after that too.
and it's a good test because the Broncos they have what they have, but the most important thing is they have a dual threat quarterback. He could run, he could pass, and I feel like that's and especially with the first 2 weeks, bro. Russell Wilson and Josh Allen are still through two threat quarterbacks, and they could run, they could throw, and I believe that's the best test that we can have as a defense. You
Yeah,
know,
I like, and the thing is, I like that because I have it. I have it here going against, like you said, you're going against the likes
wow.
of you're going against the likes of Russell Wilson,
Hmm.
J, Josh Allen. You got Kenny Pickett, who I mean, I wouldn't sleep on him, but at the same time, Steelers could be a trap game. Then you got Justin Herbert, and then you got Jordan Love, and then you got Mac Jones. You got Justin Fields, got Jared Goff. Like that is the first 2 months of the season. And yeah, you guys probably look at, Josh Allen is probably the only elite quarterback up there. All the other ones we don't know what we got out of him. Mac Jones is probably one of the bottom tier quarterbacks in the league. Justin Fields is on the come up. Justin Herbert always gives the Raiders a tough time. It is going to be a dogfight in these games. And like these games in the first month, I would say, which is going to consist of the Broncos, the Bills, the Steelers, and then the Chargers. So you got Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Kenny Pickett, and Justin Herbert. We will know what we have in this defense after
Yeah.
all 4 games. We will know what this team is made of all 4 games. And you know what? I'm not going to disagree with GA here. I've been like, people know I've been hyped on the Broncos. And my goodness, they totally been shitting the bed this entire preseason. Like,
I
they
want
have been playing horribly. If I was a Broncos fan, I would be worried.
I wanted them to beat the Niners so bad though, to where we can talk trash on the Niners and the Broncos. Like,
That would be dope. But yeah, we got 13 in the chat. Shout out to everyone that pulled up. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us. And guys, I know it. You guys are probably living on the. I know Vince is living up in Canada. I know some of you guys probably living on the East Coast. If you guys are living in the Los Angeles area, my prayers out
yeah,
to you
bro.
guys. I
Stay
know the
safe.
hurricane hit you guys the hardest out there. So
And
prayers
in
to
Nevada too.
and yes,
And
prayers
Vegas.
everywhere.
Shoot.
Prayers to everyone in Hawaii that is dealing with the fires out there. That's all I can really do. Just keep everyone in your prayers, you guys. I hate seeing families dealing with destruction. This is why I love football, because it brings people together. But yes, it does bring our rage out. But as a nation, that is what Raiders Primos is all about, bringing the nation together. We created this platform so anybody and everyone can come on in the chat, give their opinion. Not saying people got to agree with it, but every opinion is welcome. And that is what Raiders Primos is about, bringing the nation together. So salute to everyone pulling up, rocking with Raiders Primos. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys, we are 29 subscribers away from 400. I know we can get there. You guys send the link around, spread it like okay, spread it around. I was about to say spread it like wildfire, but not a good term to use right now. So spread the channel like crazy. Help us get to 400, and we're gonna appreciate. We're gonna show our appreciation for you guys. But yes, we've been rocking for an hour. Nate, you got anything else to add to the Raiders? Raiders, Rams, anything to Aiden, Josh? Anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, man. I think we covered everything. My thing is tripping.
Yeah, man, you keep getting sucked into the black hole, bro. It's like crazy, bro. Like
No, it's
I'm like you joining the dark, you're joining the dark side of the force, man. Like what's going on here?
no, it's something else.
Bro, he's becoming Anakin Skywalker over here, bro. I gotta pray for my cousin. But anyways, you guys, with that said, on the way out, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, hit the bell, hit that subscribe button, spread the channel like crazy, help us get to 400, and like appreciate you guys. We love you guys for showing the support.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
sir,
we
yes,
appreciate
sir.
you guys. And I believe Nate, you want to go live Thursday? I know Tuesday I won't have the office available to me, and then Wednesday I won't. I'll be working late. So Thursday, try to go live.
Yeah, man. Also, City. So you're saying that your son is like the next, like the next Hall of
He can
Famer.
throw it better
Go.
than Lord Voldemort. That's like funny. Shout out to 808
He
pulling up.
gonna go crazy.
Yeah, we gonna get out of here. He said, "Let's go, Raider Nation." Prayers for my Maui brothers. Yes, prayers, and prayers for anyone that was affected by the hurricane that hit California. I know a hurricane hit California, so prayers, guys. There's been some wild weather out there, so stay safe, you guys. God bless everybody. And we're gonna see you guys Thursday. So hit that bell so you guys can be notified when we go live, so we can see you in the chat. We out of here. Peace.
When's Thursday? Oh, peace.